Okay, the stream should be starting relatively soon. Let's make sure to update some information, so please give me one moment. Update thumbnail. There we go. I think YouTube's up to date. There we go. There we go. We got to mute the rumble. There we go. I think everything's good to go. Give me one moment to check my other computer as well. I'll adjust this. I think everything's good to go. Most of my streams are working fine on another computer. Yeah. I do believe everything's good, so let's go ahead and get started. Today's going to be casting some Spearhead mods. I had to have, or Spearhead replays, not necessarily Spearhead modded replays. Blah, can't speak. But, let's see. Let's go for this one here. And my throat's a little bit, stuffy. Annihilation. I can see the points in the middle are not stars as well, so this is Annihilation mode. So, let's go ahead and get started. Oh yeah, they increase zoom. Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Cubby Rose 2 Spearhead mod replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the somewhat AFK Vermont player. There it goes. We got Monstrum. Sometimes the loading screen can sort of linger a little bit. On the top right side as the British forces, we have Kikshung.
An infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Kikshung? I have no idea. Let's say similar to like my own mod where you just simply get rid of all the extra structures. I wonder, does that mean they mainly get built, or do they get task built? Because I had a task built for mine. Drone Pioneers are sprinting on forward, trying to capture some more sectors, playing down some sandbags. We've got some Royal Sappers right here. Royal Engineers section, I should say. He has not selected a doctrine just yet, and we do got a doctrine over here. We do have the, what's it called? Not that structure. The Like Division, Assault Mechanized. So we do have some Grenadier Division Grenadiers. Well, that's probably not really the proper name for them. But that's the best thing I can actually call them like that.
Grenadier squad is ready.
Now the Grenadier squad has been called on in. I also got some Volks Grenadiers, or no, that's still the same Grenadiers. They just don't have the icon when building them. Sappers pushing their way forward. We got multiple sets of sandbags being pulled out by the Brits. And we got sandbags being pulled out by the Volks Grenadier, or the Grenadiers as well.
We have a fresh Grenadier squad.
Pioneers engaging the Sappers at close range. Frag grenade immediately thrown. Good frag throw there. Does fall back and voided, and we do have now the rifle section pushing way forward. Not infantry section, rifle section. Same difference. And looks like he's going for a Vickers medium machine gun. And now we do have, looks like the Grenadiers now pushing way forward, trying to displace these sappers. There are 2 windows firing at the side, no, just 1 window. But makes it probably not that great. And now we got the intersection over here has been upgraded with something. Was he selected the Royal Tank Regiment. So these guys are called Armored Rifles, Armored Division Sections. Over here we got the Grenadiers advancing forward, do some heavy cover, not any capture point up there. We got multiple Grenadiers advancing forward. The intersection does move through this heavy cover there, as the Sapper Squad is engaging a long range. The Grenadier Squad does fall back. We do have... Oh, I heard a grenade. Nope. Oh, yeah, there was a grenade thrown. These Grenadiers have abandoned that heavy cover out up there. Rifle sections are advancing forward. And I do see a Vickers machine gun right there. And over here, we do got a Kugelwagen with an MG42. Base bunker is getting some suppression there. This map is designed around regular normal play ranges rather than long ranges, so some of these points are covered by the base MGs. Good damage there onto that structure. And ooh, that guy's so wounded. He needs to fall back. Oh, he's going to take time to throw a frag. Does fall back. And he makes the gun down. He's sprinting forward. Fired a volley there and does get gunned down. So we got 2 Vickers machine guns here, and this one has a little lock symbol. He has the ambush tactics, so they are camouflage.
We're losing a capture point.
But it looks like the defense crews are actually still firing. Does that get suppression there? MG42 getting a nice flank there onto the MG, but the defense crews are getting some good damage right there. But it does get suppressed and pinned there.
A capture point is
You
being
can't really see it
overrun.
because this icon is blocking that. It does go down to the tank hunter section with a boy's AT rifle, and the Vickers didn't take a whole lot of damage there, so that's still be in good position. And it's locking down the map of multiple MGs. He's going to need to build out Grenade Warfare. He's getting Battle Phase 1, so he has to deploy out some sort of asset.
Our headquarters has been improved. We can now build light mechanized infantry.
We're here and ready.
I say maybe it's a bad idea to actually push forward with the MG. Sure, you want to grab the fuel point. I probably would have just camped the heavy cover right there. Keep a nice solid defense position, though then again, after you fire MG fires, you want to reposition it because you're going to assume your opponent's going to pull out some sort of counter to it. There's a Grenade Warfare. We do have now the, what's it called, the Tier 1 structure being built. It seems a little less fancy than I remember. Even less fancy than my own mod. Sure, there's nobody manned the howitzer itself, but I don't know why. It just seems like there's less there. Probably because the deformation action's not there. So there's no, like, the terrain underneath it. You know how if you build a structure, it can alter the terrain under it to match it a little bit? Such as the... I'll just say a crater. That's a deformation action. Grenadiers are advancing forward. Does find some hits there onto the
There's an officer
Vickers.
awaiting orders.
Here, officer, but I see... Oh, it's a Bren carrier with an officer in the back of it. Armored section, rifles, down to 2 members. Grenadier squad does fall back to 3 members. And we do have an MG42 now deployed on out, suppressing the sapper, and the sapper is quite wounded. Oh, he may lose it. He's pretty close to losing it, and does lose it right there. So far the Brits have lost 2 squads. Now we do have the lieutenant advancing forward. Grenadiers behind some great heavy cover right there. I'm getting some good damage there.
Deploy mechanized assault groups, Commander.
Mechanized assault.
assault group awaits your order to deploy, Commander.
So you can deploy mechanized assault groups now.
Panzer Grenadiers standing
And
by.
looks like he is getting forward reinforcements from this universal carrier.
Cherry infantry firing at us.
Pretty sure, nope,
Cheeky
it's sort of
buggers.
stalled out there. He needs to activate an ability, right? Not withdrawal. Maybe ability that's hidden. Withdrawal orders? The unit is order retreat, useful to sending troops back to base. So it has a retreat order? Huh. That's sort of interesting. The Bren carrier has a retreat command, a custom retreat command. That's a custom retreat command. Why not just use the actual built-in retreat feature? Infrastructure does has been upgraded with a pair of Sten guns. Very nice. Maybe it has a retreat order does not go back to forward retreat points. Why this is a bit more of a custom retreat order. Just me thinking probably a bit too much into this. Got a 3-inch mortar barrage being cast by the officer. You can see right here. I believe the mortar, even the smoke rounds do damage in this game, because you see the more of explosive effect there.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
And the lieutenant is capturing up that point. I probably should not look at the smoke barrages, because that tends to cause a lot of lag spikes. Yep, there we go. There's lag spikes. I can dissuade it by disabling preview of my OBS. It helps out with a bit of lag.
Enemy is taking our territory.
But it looks like over here the Grenadier squad does get suppressed by the Vickers gun, which is in a more of a back position. Now you can move it to the forward position, or behind the Kupelwagen position, which is basically the same difference. We do have another Kupelwagen on the build queue. And as well as Battle Phase 2, you can see it's not actually being built because Battle Phase 2 is being prioritized first, of course. Sapper has, or Pioneers haven't upgraded with the PTRS. We got the Wasp upgrade there onto the Universal Carrier.
Cheeky buggers.
And do have some sort of, is that Desert Rat? I know that's a famous division from North Africa, like called the Desert Rat Division, so that may be some sort of Desert Rat. 11 Hussar, so I may be mistaken about that.
Infantry squad trained and ready to go.
So I got another, ooh, good rifle grenade there, but here comes some mortar barrage.
We've been promoted. Splendid.
Definitely more of a time on target barrage. We do have this, there you go, he does fall back. That flamer will rip him apart. This game already has pretty fast kill times, and now having both good targeting right there. He knows that getting a hit there can cause crits, such as main gun destroyed crit, and he decided to hit both of them to main gun crit, and now got immobilized right there as well. Very good targeting there. Grenadier squad is receiving a bit of fire from this infantry section. Does have force to stand upgrade. Again, 3 levels of efficiency, but now it's severely wounded, needs to fall back. Here comes the Hussars. They're being upgraded. Looks like Thompson submachine guns. Submachine gun cal 45. It's Thompson's. Just call it Thompson's. But it looks like they're more of Tommies rather than Thompsons with the forward grip. Does throw a frag grenade there into the bunker, not a bunker, garrison, and there goes that squad immediately due to a nice grenade of his own. He has repaired up both the Bren carriers, so they're both up and going, retracked and everything. Grenadier squads are advancing forward. Of course, got this Panzer Grenadier division as well. Flamer squad, he may be trying to advance forward to force fire the ground. He gets another good hit there as well. That Panzer Boucher has been doing some great work there. And the Wasp does go ahead and fall on back. These guys still engaging with range as the Grenadier squad is slowly being whittled away. He gets the main gun destroyed crit there as well. Ooh, and that one burned to death.
Loaded up and ready to move.
I didn't see any flame effect. I didn't see any flamers hitting it. Am I going crazy? How did he burn to death? Either way, he burned to death. This sector region is still very much scared. The boys' AT rifle and the Vickers are both camouflaged, and they should be able to hold out most assets, barring tanks. Engine 42 is advancing forward, and we've got sound like an AT gun hit there.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Yep, we got a 7-pounder AT gun right there. Flamer squad advancing forward, or Flamer Wasp does receive a Panzerfaust there, getting severely damaging crit, as well as the Pinto gun are killed. Doesn't have a Pinto gun. And we also got the Universal Carrier over here getting suppressed by the MG42.
You have orders.
And let's see, engine damage. Let's see, and the other one,
HMG has us ranged.
full functionality. It's still, they're both in the same crit. I wonder if the crits are stacking, preventing him from able to move forward. No, he's using the emergency repair ability. That's why it's not moving. Oh, we got a mortar barrage being brought on in from the officer. He's sporadic damage. The Universal Carrier is perhaps pushing a little bit too far forward. And also he is being upgraded to his company command post as well. Puma has been deployed on out. Sonderkraft, I don't even know how to pronounce that whatsoever. I'm just gonna call it Puma.
We need some reconnaissance.
Much slower than I'm used to in the base game.
Contact with enemy machine gun.
Vickers does get a first strike attack there, but currently getting no damage. Looks like he has loaded up the Puma with some high explosive rounds, which should help out, but of course there's some heavy cover in front of him. A very good line sight blocker or shock blocker.
So on the
Officers receiving quite a bit of fire. We've got the run carrier advancing forward as well. The emergency repair does cost any munitions. And that Panzer Grenadier does get fully burned alive.
Orders?
Puma has received a bit of damage there. Grenadiers advancing forward. And now we've got a Cromwell being deployed on out. As well as something here, a supply drop of some sort. Appears to be just fuel. And we've got a manpower point deployed right here
Take one of our points.
to obtain more manpower. Let's use the observation post structured in order for that.
Machine gun fire incoming. We need orders.
Puma line up a shot there on the Vickers. Looks like he has a. He's firing high explosive rounds now. Yeah, great hit there. Oh, looks like the high explosive rounds actually a single target.
Enemy destroyed.
And this one's just a timed ability as well. This is a single shot. This is a duration ability, like heat rounds, basically. Mortar barrage being called in. He was not in that sector as well, so he didn't actually capture it up. Smoke barrage, more precisely. MG42 getting hit significantly, and also the Vickers finding a good bit of damage there as well. High explosive round was fired right there. He did receive a crit from the boy's AT rifle. Now the MG42 is trying to hit this squad. Got the Grenadiers now advancing forward. He may be overrun the MG, but this MG, no, not that MG, but this guy does get suppressed there. Carmel has hold fire turned on. He upgraded the Mark 6 retrofit. Not so sure what that exactly does. Let's see. Precise radius of unit. Upgrades also 35 increased sight radius. Holy crap. Grenadiers are now receiving fire. Looks like these guys are being burned alive from machine gun rounds, actually. So that's what she's causing some
The gun
burn
is not
effects.
crude. Not anymore.
Allows short range detection of vehicles from fog of war. So it's a spotting upgrade, not necessarily any combat upgrade. Let's Centaur has been floated out, an excellent anti-aircraft piece.
What's next?
Smoke round being loaded up, trying to stop that Pack 40 from firing. It does either roll a bounce or miss on that Cromwell. While charging forward, he may force fire the ground, trying to deal with that Pack 40, and he rolls a miss with his force fire on the ground. And I'm just surprised he didn't actually see this angle right there. Gumo skirting around, pretty wounded. Pack 40 lining up a shot. Lining up a shot. Nope, didn't even fire a shot.
Is ready for orders.
And I'd like to get decrewed right there. 18 rifle firing some rounds there. It does go ahead and burn the Pack 40 alive. Gumo lining up a shot there on the Universal Carrier, does take it out, but does go down to the Cromwell tank. It was at half health, and so it goes down.
Gear stowed and ready to go.
Universal Carrier has been loaded up with some lieutenant in the back. Of course, they can't really fire out from the back.
Point secured. Awaiting more orders.
We're being shot at!
Those roll a bounce there with this Pack 40. Does get surprised, and now we've got the Comet tanking, not Comet, Centaur. Getting some great hits there onto that Pack 40. Rolls a miss there. Pack 40 seeing lots of fire from the Centaur.
An infantry section of Tommies has been trained.
And the Pack 40 is going to reinforce thanks to him being close to the Tier 1 structure. Engine 42 getting suppressed. He needs some sort of asset. He's bringing up his, what's it called,
Opponents are seizing a
structure
sector.
right now. Oh, and the Cromwell goes down. I was not paying attention. Must have been the Panzerfaust plus Pack 40, but I didn't think its health was that
Enemy has
low.
broken our supply lines.
So I'm not sure how the Cromwell actually went down. What kind of kill animation is that? That's some kill animation I've never seen before. Pack 40 receiving quite a bit of hits right there. He may be trying to force fire the ground. It does get a hit there. He must have forced fire the ground, getting a hit there on the Cromwell. Now the Centaur is going to be backing on off. I'm curious, one of these guys have vehicles destroyed. So this may have been the one who killed the Cromwell. Honestly, it doesn't. Ooh, mortar barrage into the base. Nasty. Seems like there's not a lot of kills on these grenadiers. But then again, there's not a whole lot of British forces left.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
Try and build some sandbags while getting shot up by the AT guns, so that's great.
Taking hits from machine gunners.
Engine 42 is advancing. Does receive a... I'm still curious where those incendiary effects even coming from. Rifle grenade fired. Rolls a miss there onto that AT gun. Does get decrewed, however.
Anti-tank gun.
And looks like the Universal Carrier will be backing on off. Centaur, oh, it's not being repaired. There's a bit of an oversight there. We got another Cromwell on the build queue.
We're losing a capture point.
And it looks like the 6-pounder could potentially be claimed right there. The manpower point is under siege. Let's fire Panzerfaust onto it, but it's pretty durable.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Over here we do have the intersection and the Cromwell advancing forward. The Grenadiers may try to get a Panzerfaust off onto it. Panzerfaust is being fired. That's... Ooh! Wait, Panzerfaust can kill Cromwells in one hit? Holy shit. That's a bit overpowered. 30 munitions for a one-hit kill on Cromwell? That is overpowered, I believe. I wonder how cheap the Cromwells actually are. Are they pretty cheap? No, they're not. They're 100 fuel. Notice the fuel income is relatively similar to vanilla. Centaur's advancing forward got a Churchill on the beyond the build queue, a Churchill 4, which I believe was a variant that had a 6-pounder, now it's a 75-pounder. And there's the scan attack, the strafing attack. Let's get a crew driver injured, but he's not falling back. Got smoke ability being utilized right there. Force the ground unsuccessful, throws a rifle grenade there, and wipes out the officer. Pack 40 rolling some misses there. Centaur now has vision again, didn't fell back. And looks like Pack 40 is going to be trying to run away. Looks like these guys are trying to build something. Looks like this structure was actually never fully built. That's been an oversight. Does lose the AT gun there. Pack 40 falling back. Ooh, grenade was thrown, or bundle grenade was thrown by the Pioneers. Churchill, very slow, advancing forward. Was it going to be upgraded for more armor, as was the Vickers K into mount.
A new infantry section is ready for battle.
You got a number of structures being built. You do got a M3, which cannot, if I remember correctly, cannot be upgraded for the 50 cal, or the quad 50 cal, I should say. And now we do also have the maintenance bunker, the science facility automatically repair up. Just a buildable structure. As grenadiers, fire rifle grenade there onto the MG42. Does get some good damage there. And does wipe out that Vickers entirely. You could try capturing it for himself. That probably would not hurt. Panzer Jaeger has a Panzer Strike upgrade as well. 18 guys been claimed by the Grenadiers. And now here comes the Churchill. Panzerfaust does fire, and look at that damage in the Panzerfaust. They nearly took out Churchill one hit. How much damage? Doesn't say how much damage actually does, but that's a bit absurd, honestly. Force fire the ground there. The strafing ability, it is free. Oh, it was a straight up miss. Since it's a scan action, it fires. It was in the ground. These guys are getting hit by a suppression, but they are not actually getting hit themselves because the advanced range is hitting the terrain. We got looks like a Panzer 4 on the build queue. More intersections being deployed on out, and now we've got the Churchill and the Centaur advancing forward. Over here, we've got the Universal Carrier receiving a bit of fire, but sending out some fire. Taxing some troops on the battlefield. Churchill making his advance, loading high explosive round. Gets a great hit right there, and he may have wiped out a squad there as well. So overall, a pretty good amount of kills by the British forces. These forces are getting quite wounded as well. A lot of these squads need to fall back for the Wehrmacht player. Rifle grenade fires, but hits the building. And smoke grenade potentially thrown by the Panzerjäger. Nope, I hear the Panzer IV has been deployed now. Rotating its gun around, loading smoke round, it said. AT gun does go down as well. This Panzer Grenadier squad waiting to fall back. Goes a smoke round right there. Smoke grenade fired from the Grenadiers, very nice. Gonna smoke on the Churchill. MG42 will need to fall back really soon. And the Panzerjäger squad does fall back. Does take out the MG42. He's does roll a bounce there onto the Churchill. Being up here to spotted now the Churchill. Good hits there on the Pack 40. Pack 40 finds a great pen there onto the Churchill. Bringing it down half health. Henceforth, maybe advancing forward, trying to deal with the Churchill. And now we got this half track loaded up with some infantry in the back.
Armor ready to move.
MG element ready.
Looks like this HQ being upgraded with the Battle Phase 3 right now. Don't know why Paul isn't reading that, because I already know what that means. Even read that. I already know what that means.
Panzer 4, ready.
More supplies have been dropped on in. Looks like some more fuel.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Fence plating looks like an upgrade. Frontal rear armor. So it's like that's why I sets are increased it by why armor ratings are much different in this game than in live as well.
Panzer here.
Grenadiers engaging at long range. Bren carrier still alive. Could it be upgraded with the pinto mount for more firepower? Smoke grenade thrown, very nice. That could allow the SMG squad to advance forward.
Heavy tank awaiting orders.
Both grenadiers gain some hits there onto these forces.
Sector.
Got a stealth AT gun and the Bren carrier. The Bren carrier is reinforcing nearby units.
Ready to motor.
Churchill received a bit of fire, sends a shot, rolls a miss. Pack 40 sends a bounce as well. There's a lot of fire coming down that Churchill. Panzer is trying to advance forward, does get pinned down by the MGs. There's another bounce down to Churchill. Must he used a heat round. Section getting quite wounded there. Will need to fall back a little soon. Yes, he does.
Cherry infantry firing at us. Cheeky buggers. What do you need? Let's be off.
He's got the Grenadiers engaging at long range. The Universal Carriers receiving a bit of bounces.
You now have a new Comet tank.
Fresh common tank has deployed out on the field. Being immediately turned to power as fire. They should allow him. Oof, there goes the Bren carrier. The common tank should allow him to deal with the Panzer IV much easier. Another Panzer Grenadier squad being deployed on out. We do got the common tank here. Could perhaps receive a Panzerfaust. And knowing how deadly Panzerfausts are for Churchills, and not Churchills, like Cromwells, he has to be very, very careful of that. And a lot of pinto mounts here are getting some great damage. There's also a landmine here, some Teller mines. I don't know why, they just seem a little bit
The enemy is
different,
taking our
small.
territory.
I don't know why, they just seem different. Ooh, whatever squad was there just got wiped out. Great hit right there. And now the M242 does fall back, but probably will get wiped out. There's a lot of MGs hitting it. Throw fires on rifle smoke, very nice.
Enemy forces are securing
And there's the
our
M242 does
territory.
manage to escape on out of there. Hydrostruck trying to line up a shot. Rolls a miss. And that Centaur does go ahead and suppress down that Panzerjäger.
Shoots in here.
Oh, so some of these Panzer Grenadiers have been upgraded with STGs ×2. So right now there are 2 STGs and an MP40. Wait a second, I don't know why. Something just seemed a little bit off. Nope, it's not off. It's just me going crazy. Pack 40 receiving a bit of fire. Currently suppressed. Panzer 4 is trying to push 24. Panzer 4 is a little bit wounded. Smoke round was fired there. Panzer 4 could be forced fire on the ground. Looks like he's not. Churchill's are slowly advancing forward. And this Wasp here is still abandoned, but still recruitable. So is the AT gun. Panzerjäger is inside the garrison, receiving a bit of fire from the Churchill. But the MG is also able to deal damage to buildings.
We are losing a sector.
Panzerjäger, I'm sort of surprised that Panzer's not firing. Does get out of the garrison, does throw a smoke round from the AT gun, very nice.
Enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
A bit of fuel is stored on up. He can deploy a Panther given he now has enough fuel. Immediately got that queued up. That's what he was saving up for. Pack 40, line up shot. Panzer Ricochet rolls a bounce. Gets a pen there onto the Centaur. Finds another hit there. Fully immobilizes the Comet tank. It would be a moment before. There it goes. And there it goes out as well. There goes the half track. The Churchill's lumbering his way forward, trying to deal with the Pack 40. And he's getting some great hits there onto the Pack 40 itself. Volks Grenadiers engaged at long range. Sounds like great for that. And we've got the Sappers now trying to grab the Comet tank. Trying to go for the Panzer Faust, but so far it's unsuccessful. Panzer 4 not fully repaired. Advancing forward. Still got the Keller mine there. He must have missed it. Throw some rounds into the sandbags. Comet tank still has a damaged tracks. And rifle grenade was thrown and misses the repairing sappers, who are actually partially inside the tank. Another Pack 40 is on the build queue.
Panther ready.
And this Panther should be very effective versus the armor. But of course, he still has to be careful with it. Panzer 4 is backing off a little bit. Comet tank line up a shot. Gets a pen there onto the Panzer 4. Does get a little stun crit there. Pack 40 does roll a miss. He has been upgraded with the improved breach.
New anti-tank gun has arrived.
And now we got an LMG upgrade as well. Final rifle smoke, very nice. He will start making his advance now. Recon team's been pulled out. A nice cheap recon team. Multiple recon teams coming out. At this point in time, he has a good army on the field, so going for recon teams would be quite handy. Four of these Grenadiers, both of them upgraded with LMGs. Another recon team has pulled on out.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
Churchill will spot that for us. Does roll a miss there.
Orders coming in.
Vickers advancing forward. This Grenadier squad is currently suppressed. Looks like the Panther is engaged. Does receive a bounce there from the Churchill.
We have a new sniper under our
We got a
command.
bounce there on the Churchill as well. Bit of deflection damage, however. These units are behind some cover. They're trying to deal with the half track. The improved armor is allowing the half track seeing a lot less damage. But the crew in the back is receiving a bit of fire as well. Comet tank is quite wounded, but can't really dive on in.
You have orders.
One of these squads is suppressed. And it looks like these forces are going to come over here. Centaur should be able to help deal with these forces with no problem. The Pack 40 over here has not been reclaimed, but of course we do have the Panther here. Let's look over the armored skirts upgrade. Truzen. And now the Panzer IV and Panther could make their way forward. Looks like the Churchill does find a hit there. Does get a nice engine burning crit, temporary speed reduction. Good hit there, and does get a hit there onto the Panzer IV as well. Engine burning as well, so he must have some sort of upgrade that gets burning engine crits. Don't see what though.
Fueled and ready.
The squad is a bit wounded. And the M3 half track does support 5 slots in the back, so getting a 5-man squad in the back wouldn't hurt. Panther rolls a miss there, or a bounce, same thing in return. And the Comet tank's going backing off a little bit. Grenadiers advancing forward, trying to get some of that heavy cover. A lot of forces in front of him. The camouflage recce squad as well. Right grenade was fired, rolls a miss. Loading high explosive round, that's going to hurt. Oh, it hurt indeed. Full wipe.
Kampfwagen is ready.
Heine is trying to repair up that Comet tank. We do have, looks like another officer
We have been
deployed on the
assigned
field.
fresh Panzer Grenadiers.
This time for the Germans. And it looks like the Panzerjägers are getting forced back. Almost getting wiped out right there. Grenadier squad advancing forward. There is a MG being set up right there, Vickers. It may suppress these forces. We've got a bit of damage potentially onto them. Grenade was fired. These forces are making their advance. AT rifle does connect, rolls a miss, or bounce. Two Comet tanks advance forward, trying to deal with these forces. And there goes the Panzer IV. Pack 40 does find a good hit there.
One of our anti-tank
Panther
guns
shows
is
plenty of
gone.
health, but quite wounded. Pack 40 looks like it rolls another bounce there, or miss. Notice that squad got wiped out again as well. So he is out of those Grenadiers, only have Panic Grenadiers left, and does get a good hit there. Going for another Grenadier. Wait, oh, 17-pounder? Wait, what? Okay, I have to look at this. Yep, it's scooting along the ground. I can't deny them for their ingenuity. I think the other weapons, like the F-18 and the Pack 43, can be pushed around, but the 17-pounder's model is different. But he has called on 17-pounder. Does roll a bounce there onto the Comet tank. It's severely wounded. That would have pinned. He would have got a kill.
Infantry squads now.
And the Wehrmacht player has a lot of fuel stored up. He could potentially get out another Panther relatively soon. Just needs more manpower. Put it there onto the Panther. Pack 40 fires, shot, rolls, and miss or bounce. Pack 40 is currently suppressed. We got the scout squad behind it. Does fall back the scout squad. This Pack 40 fire shot as well, but rolls a miss. The various support weapons are down right there. The scout squad is still in the region.
You'll find it very bracing up there.
Another spotter there. Smoke round was fired. Very nice.
Damned enemies trying to take a point from us.
And this point is being captured on up.
Enemy bastard infantry!
The Panzer Grenadier squad is getting suppressed. And now we've got a dropped LMG there as well. Pack 40 line-up shot. Ooh, but
Enemy has destroyed
gets
an
wiped out by
anti-tank
the comm tank by a high explosive round. Smoke round was fired once again, but the scout squad is able to spot stuff. Does still provide a line of sight block for the vehicles.
Upgrade finished. Very handy.
Comm tank with prioritize fire advancing forward. Panther advancing. Looks like it bounces from both sides or misses. As Faust is firing, gets a hit there and takes out the comm tank. Oof, those Panzer Fausts are deadly. Fire shot there, rolls a miss on the M3. Comm tank advances forward. And looks like got a per traversal jam, so now it is an assault gun. A diagonal assault gun. Pack 40
Orders?
line up a shot there. Does get suppressed. Finds a hit there on the comm tank. And Seeger squad does get pinned there. And force fire on the ground takes out the comm tank there as well. And there goes the M3. Another M3 is advancing forward. This is a lot of armor going down for the British forces. Does use the AT gun there, throws a grenade there, takes out most of the Shogun Pioneers, or the Pioneers. He does fall back there now. Okay, we'll manage to fall back with that half track. Now that the Churchill's still alive, that's his last remaining armored asset besides the Centaur, who's just going to be defensive. Throws out a grenade there, trying to get rid of, yes, the crew of that squad.
The Panther has arrived from the fatherland.
Now the Panther has been pulled out. The first one is severely wounded. Gets course out of the Pioneer squad. Volk's Grenadier squad received a bit of fire. And now the MG42 squad does fall on back. We got some holes here? I have no idea what type of squad that is. Wait for him to get out of garrison to see what it is. But he is using the assault guards, the assault section skin. Rifle grenade was fired. Officer getting suppressed and pinned. Churchill squad is falling on back. The Bullhead squad is quite wounded. And looks like he does fall back. Assault Brigade Infantry section, or Engineer section. So some sort of assault sappers. Officer does fall back there. Fresh Panther advancing forward. The other Panther's being prepared on up. Another combat comes with OQ. There's fire shot there onto the infantry section.
There's a Comet tank ready to go.
And somehow this officer's spotter is at the 5 levels of veterancy. Must have AoE veterancy. Now we've got 8 Vickers in place and being pulled down. On a side note as well, in order to prevent that crew member being there immediately, just simply have them not spawn, and upon completing construction, you can set the crew member there as well. And potentially the gun itself by adding the weapon once it's fully built, and use a dummy weapon. Panthers, both of them upgraded armored skirts. No pinto mounts on them. AT rifle does fire. And the bunker is receiving a bit of fire. Churchill is does suppress down the Pioneer. Assault squad is
Are behind our
assault
lines.
engineers advancing forward. They're throwing out
Headquarters
a gammon bomb. Let's get a great hit right there. And they do force those squads back. Ooh, and there's a double attack there by the Panthers, taking out that Churchill. Nice stun, critical hit, excessive damage, revealed critical components. There's an overall armor rating for a short time. Get it there onto the combat tank there, getting a bit of a crew daze.
Campfire is ready.
Looks like a rifle smoke was being fired or a rifle flare.
Our crew is hurt. Give us waiting orders.
Panthers are seeing a bit of fire. These Panthers will need a lot of repairs, so it'll take a bit of time. Combat tank has been pulled back. Another combat tank on the build queue. How much are our combat tanks? 125, so less than a Panther.
Repairs finished, courtesy of the Royal Engineers.
And let's say it does not have an access to a Firefly. Oh, the Crocodile costs us munitions in the deployment. Unusual, but I can see that. There's a fallback. The Officer Squad Pioneers are repairing up these Panthers. He does pop the Recce Squad there. Recce Squad's actually going to stand and fight. And the Recce Squad's getting some great hits there. They hardly took any damage there. Oh, that was a bit of friendly fire, wasn't it? Yep, friendly fire is real. Does spot the 17-pounder as well. Ooh, and lose that squad entirely. Panthers have been fully repaired. Another rifle flare has been fired. There's an assault section has been upgraded with bazooka. Should be very effective, but does roll a miss there. Panthers can now engage at long range. When this gets suppressed, it does get a loader injured Brit onto the carcass. Stand back there. He's finding from a good position there. The Axis player is having trouble getting out of his base. It does get a lot of damage there. The officer managed to get to cover with all of its models. Does fall back early, however. At this point in time, he may need to call in some sort of off-map to help deal with this area. If not a short barrel Panzer IV, I saw that as one possible item he can deploy out, but he's going for another Panther. Got full Panther spam. This Telemine is still here. Ooh, and good hit there by the 17-pounder. 17-pounder is making his advance. The Panther is backing off away. Panther, that was the other Panther that got hit. The other Panther is still alive. We now got this Grenadier squad receiving quite a bit of fire. Or Volk's Grenadiers. They do fall back now. Pioneers repairing up these Panthers now. Got another comm tank on the build queue to match the Panthers. And wait, the British player has 0 munitions income? Okay, he has some sort of ability on to produce his munitions income, right? Let's see. That. He must have some sort of conversion turned on for that munitions. Oh, there goes his munitions there. Wait, are you capped out at 600 munitions? There may be actually a munitions cap. Let's see if it stops at 600 again. Yep, there is a cap of munitions. Very interesting. Oh, might as well spend it.
You now have a new
You
comic
got
tank.
pioneers are going to be upgraded of something. Looks like he's going to be repairing up the Wasp and claiming it.
Anti-tank gunner, bastard shits!
Looks like he is getting some hits there with his Pack 40. And just slowly advancing. Recon squad does fall back there. Comet tank firing some rounds onto the Pioneer squad. The Comet tank's advancing forward. He has 3 Comet tanks. He has 2 half tracks as well. He may eye for some mounted play. One of them's loaded up with a bazooka. Panther's advancing forward, does receive a miss from the captured Pack 40. He does utilize the displace ability. That may have been a misclick, I'm not so sure. Rolls a miss there onto the high explosive shot. Does receive a pen there as well. The Pioneers, he can repair it up quite quickly, however. And does take out, I think that's just cover right there. Oh, here, Panthers are not doing much at the moment. Pioneer squad engaging at range against these various forces. The 17-pounder has extra member, or 6 members. I think it takes 4 members to actually crew the thing, because I see 4 members right there, 4 slots.
Someone's shooting us!
Comet tank does receive a pen there from the Panthers. They need to fall back. This other Comet tank is advancing forward, trying to eye a shot on something. And receives a pin as well. Panthers getting some good work in. Pack 40 does roll a miss there.
Take it over!
He does fire a shot there onto this Panther. Over here, looks like the Panzerjäger immediately gets pinned behind cover. We find a line of sight blocker, and the Grenadier squad, Panzer Grenadier squad, does fall back. The Volks Grenadier squad is sprinting on forward. Seeing a bit of fire. Yes, I can. I can see your YouTube chat right there. And you probably see yours in the middle of the screen now. Middle bottom. 80 gun shot does miss right there. The Comet tanks are here as the Centaurs falling back. Panthers making their way forward. Got the Hezbollah advancing forward, but they are getting hurt hard. They are getting suppressed and pinned. The Panthers are receiving a bit of fire, but nothing too critical. We do got the Comet tank here now down to half health. Intersection's advancing forward. We've got the MG bunker here. Panthers receive a bit of fire. Let's go to the Comet tank. Does Comet tank receive a pen from this one over here? It may receive a kill there. Yes, the Kalman tank does go down. These forces are getting suppressed. So, okay. So they put a cap on all the resources, which will perhaps convince people to spend it. You should really try to pin as many one of you can either way. It looks like the track does get snared on the Panther. Pack 40 fires a shot there on the 17-pounder, but it may take out the Panther. Panther is immobilized in front of it, which is not good. The 17-pounder is receiving quite a bit of damage. It does get fully pinned there. And he's going to try to back away with it now. He is going to reinforce on the front line. I'm not sure from where. Oh, must have been from this half track here. And it's going to be pushing the engines to the limit. No overblitz supply trucks for Axis player. Oh, yep. He just got one out, didn't he? He does activate the repairability right there. Field maintenance. And looks like it does receive a bounce there. Pack Capture Pack 40 is in range, of course, with the Panzer Tactician. Is he even in radius of the Opal Blitz? Yes, he is. Ooh, these guys are all getting suppressed and pinned. Vickers' gun is behind some heavy cover. He gets a great suppression there. He really needs to flank a little bit more with it. So then again, it's similar radius. He needs to push forward 2 squads over here and look past 2 squads bait over here. But I suppose the smoke grenade can help out with that as well. Panther is fully repaired, barring the one that has who's tracked. The Volksgrenadier squad are getting ripped apart, throws a grenade there on the Vickers. Does wipe out the Volksgrenadier and does wipe out the Vickers. Ooh, he may have lost that other squad as well. Which was a Panzer Grenadier, I believe. Intersection squad does fall back up. The Vickers in place to try and deal with the Panthers himself. He will fail. Oh, that's very nice. Having repair out of combat. Sort of like the ambulance as well, where it heals out of combat. Especially because the repair stacks. Oh, those are repair orders can stack? That can be very useful indeed. Ooh. Panthers receiving quite a bit of fire as well. Almost dead. Pushing way forward. Got a driver injured crit. The other Panthers advancing forward. 17-pounder, 4 levels of efficiency. Alive, but facing the wrong angle. This comp tank does find a bounce there as well. Another good hit there. He is falling on back. Got this AT gun set on up. And these Panthers do need a bit of repairs, but luckily he does have, of course, the Opal truck for that. Let's see, is this, oh, it's a toggle ability. I know that I made my mod. I changed how ambulances work, so it's now passive when stop moving, of course, out of combat. Which, that's something could be done for these, this Opal Blitz as well, because so it's more of a passive when stop moving, get the repair, radius. Panther A's? Okay. I can't really read the entire name. So, okay, it is an earlier version of Panther A. Then armor burst engines, hence the displace ability. Oh, okay, got it. Slight change to engine failure. Honestly, I could see the more double-edged sword abilities, though fired up in vanilla before they changed it, was one of those abilities that just make it so you don't want to use it whatsoever. Panther may receive some fire there, receive some bounces from the 17-pounder.
Sorry, chaps, but
And looks like this half-track has gone down, so no more forward reinforcements. Vickers' gun receiving quite a bit of fire right now, fully pinned. Recce squad does spot everything and watch their buddies die. Mounting advancing forward, does find a hit there onto this Panther, severely wounded. Pack 40 is here to help protect. Trying to prepare to combat, but does lose that Panther entirely. Comet tank does get tracked right there. It does actually fully go down. This Comet tank is quite healthy. Fresh Comet tank. Let's see, in the little Comcraft Center? No, doesn't look like it, or... Oh, this is some sort of... Oh, there's a Comp Cross Zuntium. Veterans, but that's just meant for veterans to see. No, I don't see half-track stuff. The MG34s are receiving quite a bit of fire right there. Does got a damaged gunner there. Pioneer squad and try and engage the Pack 40, so we'll slowly get that wood away. He currently has 2 Panthers alive, the third one's on the build queue. Light gets free LV vet of each tech paces fast. Light vehicle veterancy. Oh, that's what you mean. Got it. Yeah, now I can see it's already been upgraded. I would say a bit of a quality of life thing is to make it so if this turns into a passive ability once the third one's upgraded. So rather than just the no symbol there. One of those things to polish the things that can be quite nice, but I'm trying to incorporate my own mod a little bit more if I actually really focus on it. I just sort of been not sort of burnt out and modify my own mod. Plus, there's so much to do, not enough time. Sections capture this fuel point there, and he does still need more and more fuel. The Wehrmacht player does have a bit of fuel reserves, just mostly need manpower from now on. Let's get his third Panther rebuilt, getting armored skirts immediately. I am part of a Spearhead mod server. I'm not sure it's the same one. That's where I got these replays. Panther's moving way forward, receiving a bit of fire. This Panther goes down, get caught all these shots onto him with a 6-pounder and the common tanks. I haven't heard that voice line before. But losing these Panthers like this, he's lost too much Panthers, he's lost a lot of infantry, he's low on manpower. And there goes that commenting to the Panther Trek. Very, very good hit there. Everybody needs to get sort of back in the game, picking off some of these vehicles, allows Panthers more breathing room. Right now, the 70-pounder is causing a lot of issues. There's another Grenadier on the build queue. Let's see. Command tank, some sort of command tank that is. The Sapper squad is engaged in the Panzerjäger, and looks like he does take out another combat tank. Taking out these combat tanks is very, very important in order to get him back in the game. Panther destroys some of that heavy cover there, and Panther starts to destroy some of the line of sight blockers here as well. Good hits there onto the combat tank, but they got the 70-pounder now engaging, but well, it does roll a miss there. MG-34 advance forward, and there goes the last combat tank. This is exactly what the Wehrmacht player needs to get back in the game, taking out all of his opponent's armor, just leaving a Centaur remaining. Sending Pounder receiving lots of fire now. Do got a bazooka loaded in the back of this half track. He's trying to reinforce it, but does get decrewed right there. Sending some engines on fire that's already down. Takes up the carcass. And these guys are receiving quite a bit of fire right now. Good, it's there. And looks like this Volksgrenadier squad does fall back. Intersection's being ripped apart. He's trying to go for looks like another 17-pounder. He needs to get this one reinforced as well. This guy currently is suppressed, can't really get that reinforced at the moment. Panther's skirmishing around. He does have Veteran C3 and unvetted Panthers. Panther slowly crawling forward. We got the Centaur falling back. The Bazooka squad does get suppressed there. Panzer Grenadier is advancing forward, trying to get some good hits on in. And the Panthers are slowly creeping on forward. Centaur skirmishing around. This is his last remaining vehicle.
Enemy causing trouble.
Press
Trying
Sentinel
to take
Pounder,
one of our points.
slowly scuttling its way forward.
Unit lost. Dash it all.
Panzer Grenadier squads in. I heard the unit's been lost. It could have been off. I think it was a Recce squad. This Recce squad's not enough fire. Has 4 kills, surprising enough. And Panzer's pushing way forward.
Waiting orders.
Half track could be next. Sending
Our
powder.
counterpoint. They're
Still
trying
way
to
back
take it.
here. And looks like the Recce team is receiving a bit of fire.
Enemy threatening a capture point.
You need something?
Panther. Oh! That had been the. There's this place. He used it and immediately got hit engine damage. Is it temporary or repair to full functionality so it has the same 1 point of damage and the engine's immediately damaged? That's a gamble sometimes. And fixed. Looks like the Panzer Grenadiers have been upgraded with MG42s. Oh, actually, I don't see the upgrade upgrade over here. I suppose he could use that. The problem is it's not his fuel. What he needs is manpower. The munitions wouldn't hurt, though. He has pretty low munitions. Let's throw a grenade over the throne. Or you're talking about the British player, which he could use. None of that stuff. He needs manpower as well. Does lose that squad entirely. The British player is starting to
Losing a capture
disintegrate.
point.
Bazooka squad, non-bazooka, gets annihilated.
Cut our supply line.
Ah, he picked up the LMG. That's what happened. Got it. This Andgrade saying thank you for watching and moving on to the next replay. Only if I knew Spearhead a little bit better. It's like learning a whole new game over again. Let's see now. That was this one. Let's see. Got 1v1. Got 2v2. And well, looks like another long 2v2. Just going through the 2v2s, and that's probably gonna be the stream for the entire night. I just sort of let some poke around. Oh, did my game crash? I sort of poke around. A lot of games I don't really play. I don't really have a whole lot of time invested to a lot of individual games, and this was mostly just been playing other games just for fun over the weekends. With streaming 5 days a week, or really now 7 days a week if I with 5 involving the RTSs and the other 2 days just more whatever I feel like it sort of thing. I'm sort of booked quite a bit. There's only so much time you have in the world. Oh, Sync Air. This must have been an old replay. Though, looks like the game's playing with the Sync Air? Probably still not a good idea to cast this one while the sync air is in the middle of the screen. It could have been an older version of the mod, I guess. Let's see. I wonder. Let's give this a try. Again, a long fade out. That may be another version of the mod as well. I think those two. I think this one's older than this one. So this one may not be usable as well. Like, yep. Unless it's another older version of the mod again. Let's see. That one. Guess we're gonna have to just do this one. This is probably gonna be the only other replay for tonight, assuming it doesn't get synced there again. It gets caught up right there. There we go, no sync error, perfect. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Company Heroes 2 Spearhead mod replay. Spawn on the bottom left side as the Soviet forces, we have Theo. Spawn on the top right side as the Wehrmacht forces, we have, still need to learn how to pronounce his name, Stokolomovli. I have no idea. Should actually probably sit down and actually look and read how to pronounce that one. We do have the Volksgrenadiers being employed on out. Looks like into some regular Grenadiers.
The new Grenadier squad is ready.
Over here, of course, got the sappers running around. We do have more sappers here. And we do have the Tier 1 rifle company has been deployed as well. We have some Frankovici squads. Look, he is going for a Frankovici. I wonder if they actually got the voice lines announcing. Both sides, of course, captured some sectors. We got some Grenadiers now deployed on out. Neither side selected Doctor just yet. Fontafici squad's almost out. And they do get deployed out, but they didn't have the voice line.
something built.
Go ahead and sprint around. We've got, looks like the combat engineers versus the pioneers at long range. Combat engineers are behind heavy cover, mostly. Needs to perhaps get reoriented around it. And I do have a Maxim being deployed on now. I'm assuming that's a Maxim. I'm assuming it is, because I don't know which structure. Oh, he's building it right here. 1910 Goda. I guess that's, yeah, Maxima Oblast. I don't know how to pronounce or even know how to read some words written in English characters.
MG squad awaiting orders.
Communists are rowing back to the heavy cover right here. Maxim now pushes his way forward. Now this looks like it's selected doctrine just yet. Grenadiers has advanced forward to the light cover. Pioneers are going to be supporting them as well. Sapper Squad has fallen them back. This does capture the fuel point as well. Notice the Funkaviki Squad are going to be repositioning. Hoorahing away. Maxim does find hit there on the Grenadiers, suppressing them. Pioneers could be suppressed relatively soon as well. And good damage there onto the Grenadier squad.
Heavy machine gun team prepared for combat.
Another Maxim, so he's deploy out 2 Maxims. Probably a good idea for the Wehrmacht player to deploy out some mortars at this rate. Because it is also an annihilation game as well.
We are losing a sector.
And it looks like these Pioneer squads receive a bit of fire. Does receive a bit of damage there. Fundaviki squad's advancing forward. We got the Maxim sitting up behind some heavy cover there. And Molotov has been thrown. Grenadier squad maybe eyeing for a counter grenade there. Fundaviki squad does fall back to some heavy cover. And the Sapper squad, the combat engineer squad, does get pinned by the MG42. Max is set up in a bit of an unusual location, but should be able to be very effective if somebody were to advance in that region. And he does get some flanking shots there, or potentially flanking shots there with the Maxim. And not really flanking shots. But let's force back the MG42 either way. Combat engineers are behind some heavy cover. This Maxim is going to be setting up behind this heavy cover there in order to ensure this fuel point does not go down. And this Maxim's going to just maintain there a long time for the combat engineers to push forward to capture some the fuel point. Here another hurrah forward by the combat engineers. And now do have a sniper using the guards model and has a PTRS. Good damage there on the Grenadier. Still no doctrinal lock-ins for either player. Max now firing, gains some great hits there onto the Grenadiers. Grenadier squad does fall back. Engineers have to decapture that point. Maxim's receiving a bit of fire there. And the machine gun Gewehr is getting some good suppression there as some of these models are pushed forward. Grenadier squad advancing forward, does throw a grenade there, which will keep these Grenadiers away. It is getting suppressed there. The combat engineers should be able to deal with them now. And now we do have, looks like a 2-2-1 being pulled out by the Wehrmacht player. Yep, it is a 2-2-1.
We have a new scout car.
MG42 is now fully pinned by the Maxim, but Maxim is down less models and is severely wounded. The squad, at least. Pioneers are sprinting on forward, trying to get a nice flank there. He has been upgraded to mine, or being upgraded to Minesweeper, very nice. Goes out for a grenade there as well, or a bundle grenade, I should say. Does get it fully decrewed as well. Could grab himself a free Maxim. I would probably do that. And now we've got a 2-2 upgrade for the 2-2-1. radar panzer. I guess it says it's an armor upgrade for it. A more powerful engine installed and managed to wait. So yep, we do got an armor upgrade there for the 222. And those just going to booby trap that Maxim with a landmine. All the carcasses are dead, so don't have to worry about that being spotted. The Grenadiers may want to not be on top of the landmine.
Capture complete.
Going for 2 landmines. Oof, greedy. Sniper does receive a bit of fire. I just love how they use this the old ribbon system as an upgrade symbol. Nice.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Decapturing that point. The Maxim is rigged, more or less, to explode. Deploys out some of his own landmines over there. Very nice.
Enemy is encroaching on our territory.
We've got the combat engineers advancing forward. There's 3 squads of combat engineers. Grenadier squad does get suppressed. It does throw a smoke grenade since the base MGs does reach out to that cutoff point.
Anti-tank gun is ready for action.
Great hit there and does take out that Maxim squad. So both the Maxims are down. We do of course have a Zis gun, and we do have, looks like the 67th.
We have an isolated sector.
He has selected the tank division, I guess. Assault and
The enemy is
anti-tank.
taking what we have secured.
Some sort of tank division. And for the Wehrmacht player, he has not selected Doctrine just yet either. Of course. Oh! What was that? And who exploded? Those are Pioneers. Looks like the Pioneers exploded. Must have been a demolition charge from the combat engineer. Combat engineers falling on back. Do have some landmines here, which could be very deadly. In fact, if one of these rounds are range short, it could detonate one of them. But looks like he got a lucky reload. Or unlucky reload, depending on who you're rooting for. Combat engineer does get annihilated there. The Grenadier squad is suppressed by the base MG. Overall, great contained there by the Soviet or by the Wehrmacht player. Those are a smoke grenade.
Others are hurt worse. It is ours.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Okay, that was closer than I'd like.
Engineer standing by.
Grenadiers ready.
Grenadiers could fall back to some heavy cover right there. Or Volks Grenadiers, I should say. Ooh! Some sort of explosion happened right there. He does have a minesweeper right there.
The enemy is taking our territory.
PTRS squad does find a great hit there in Q2. It will need to fall back. You got the mercenary repair kits. So, may want to fall back just long enough so it can actually utilize them. Conscripts here have been upgraded. The Frankovicki squad has been upgraded with the DPM. And also the Maxim squad does get suppressed and pinned. This Maxim's still there. This Maxim
Lost a machine gun crew.
is not there anymore. He may have reclaimed that one may have been reclaimed by him.
Command unit is ready to
And
be
we got, of course,
deployed.
the PM. Looks like a PMD 6 minefield. Very nice. I actually sort of did the same thing with my own mod. Turn the PMD mines to a minefield like that. Valentine has been pulling out. Gets a good hit there onto the Volks Grenadiers. Looks like he has been selected doctrine. It is the Ost division, defensive anti-tank. Trying to pull out some sandbags there. Even to pull out these temporary sandbags could be line of sight blockers or shock blockers for the Valentine.
New anti-tank gun has arrived. The enemy has driven a wedge in our lines.
He has received quite a bit of fire there. He may want to fall back with both of these squads. Oh, we got a MG42. And we've got some All-Schuppen being floated out. All-Schuppen have this oak leaf icon. And Valentine should still be able to get some good work on, and the throw a rifle grenade there on the top of Maxim. Only gets one model, however, and the model that's going to be recruiting it is this guy right here. So he's slowly advancing forward. Mostly it was actually recruited by combat engineers. This All-Schuppen squad or Grenadier squad does get suppressed. MG42 receiving quite a bit of fire. Commentators are roaring forward trying to capture some sectors. We've got also an officer here now. Ooh, that's a lot of damage there on that Valentine. I'm not sure what really got a good hit. It could have been this Pack 40 right there that was in range. But either way, the Valentine's severely wounded. Does fall back, can be repaired up. He has last time I checked, 3 combat engineers. He still has 3 combat engineers. Going for another M1AT gun. Looks like it's Lend-Lease doctrine. That's probably what this is. This is our Lend-Lease doctrine, I'm guessing. And you got another smoke grenade right there. Guard squad, not guards, combat engineer squad is getting suppressed. And he's going for a Panther Turum. Panther Turum's almost, well, pretty far from being built. Though it's in this state, it can still actually train the gun. MG42 has been recaptured. I wonder if the mod creators implemented something to add a sound effect for it firing, because you do have to mainly add in a sound effect for it, because it doesn't actually have a default sound effect. Ooh, mobility lost there. Need to get back away behind the line of sight blocker at least. And that is probably the safest position to get it into. But he's still a little bit vulnerable if it moves over here. Sniper is still seeing quite a bit of fire. If I remember well, it's the model's garrison is actually fully functional, though it's best to use MGs. Anything else I don't think only has like one model to fire from. Panther Turum has been built. But they gave the heavy panzer lines. It does fire, and that was a good sound effect there. So they actually did add in a sound effect. This gun is firing, so he has deployed out a this gun, which uses like the same animations of the M1AT gun. Okay, and there goes 222. As I say animation, but same icon. Sapper squad does, or combat engineer squad does capture up the cutoff point there. Is this barrage now raining on in, trying to get the Panther Turum? Does find a hit there onto the Pack 40. May find some more hits there. And does send some rounds there. Now, whoa, what sort of icon is that? Deploying out some sort of frontal Vicky that looks like a really unhappy, I'll go for blunt, it looks like an unhappy Asian man. Scout infantry, traits, passive healing, camouflage.
Troops are standing by.
Better look at this guy. Uses sniper models. The upgrade of SMGs, some semi-automatic rifles, semi-automatic rifles with scopes, and DPs. And actually, I heard the Ura sound, but that sounded like more like the Commando Ura, the Commando charge. Grenadier squad is doing quite a bit of fire right there. Looks like these bolt action rifles do fire relatively quickly for that squad. We do also have a dish gun placement here. Great hit there. Takes out the Pack 40. MG does get suppressed there. The Zis gun's trying to fire a barrage onto that MG42. Fresh Valentine has been redeployed. The next, this guard squad's trying to advance forward, but there's quite a bit of fire. And use rifle grenades as well as a captured Panzerfaust. Grenade was thrown, does dodge it, and the Austrooping squad is getting hit quite hard. Let's see, what does it say? Garrison cover. Infantry receive 50% reduced incoming damage inside the garrison, and 50% reduced damage, reduced hit chance in the garrison cover. Yep. Valentine making the way forward. Was in some sort of camouflage mode. The Grenadier squad does get suppressed. Or, yep, that was Grenadier squad, not Volk's Grenadiers.
Sniper has arrived.
Also got another sniper. Nope, it's the reconnaissance squad. Now we do have a bunker being put out, an MG bunker. These guys are trying to fire away. Got the Panther Jerome still firing away. Got the MG-14 in the region. And Pioneers now advancing forward. These guys are suppressed, getting a bit of damage there. The Maxim's being overran. Throws a grenade on top of the Maxim. We'll get the gunner. Actually, not even a gunner. What the hell? I'm so surprised he didn't get the gunner whatsoever.
MG squad awaiting orders.
We got another Maxim deployed on now. He may just need more indirect fire. Good hit there by that Zis gun. Could use some perhaps more to help deal with the Panther Jerome. But of course, we got the MG bunker now deployed on out. He has recruited the MG-42 as well. He does go and suppress down the front of Vicky squad. Let's get the MG-42 re-decrewed. The Axis player does not have a whole lot of force on the field. He does have quite a bit of fuel. I don't see any battle phases selected or being researched. He should be able to play out a battle phase, right? He deployed some headsers. Has been upgraded with the Light. I don't know how to pronounce that. Light vehicles can have capture up sectors. Panther Jerome has received a bit of damage towards these infantry units. One of them is suppressed, so is the reconnaissance units. Panther Jerome is receiving a bit of fire. We got the Grenadiers upgraded with Panzer Boucher. A good amount, a good rifle grenades just come forward. More resist gun barrages raining on in. Rolling some misses there.
Pioneers ready for assignment.
And it looks like he is loading up the reconnaissance squad inside of the Panther Jerome. A lot of force here. At this point in time, he wishes he had some mortars. MG-42 bunker is out of range. Panther Jerome still firing away, has plenty of health, plenty of resistance. It does build the MG inside the bunker. That's probably a good spot for it. Should be able to rotate its gun onto the front side.
We are losing a sector.
Well, it looks like we're going to be contending fire against that lieutenant. Or officer, I should just say. Panther Jerome is still receiving quite a bit of fire. And the garrison cover does not affect the structure itself. So that health and damage is its actual health and damage armor. He's doing a good job of deflecting, staying alive from the Zis gun. He's getting multiple direct hits there. We do not have another lieutenant. He's being upgraded immediately to mortar barrage. He needs that immediately. He is right here. He's going to charge him forward, calling a mortar barrage onto past the Zis gun. That's the only thing that really poses a threat in this region. The MG-42 is now rotated over. Now it's firing from the front.
We have lost an MG team.
Does lose the MG-42 in front. Here comes the mortar barrage. Here comes the mortar barrage. This is going to be a very effective mortar. He is late response here. And here comes the mortars. Oh, they're raining a little bit short. There's a direct hit on the Zis gun. You go spend some time to repair the Panther to rum.
We have a forward structure
But
under
most of those
attack.
mortars landed in front, which is actually a little bit bad for the Wehrmacht player. We got looks like medics charging forward, trying to heal up these guys.
Resupply by air is now available, Commander.
Yep, unless they have some sort of resupply ability. Not sure what, however. It could be paradrop weapons, paradrop resources.
Attacking one of our
So this guy's been
forward
upgraded
hills.
again. Was he already upgraded this? Press up,
The enemy has destroyed one of our
those
forward
wipe out the entire
installations.
squad right there. Does this only count as... Can you only call him one barrage with this upgrade? They have to re-upgrade every single time? Up here, we've got this squad to capture the munitions point, which is very important. The Wehrmacht player does need munitions. Smoke grenade was fired. And we do have a medic bunker right here. This also counts as a forward retreat. Maxim getting some hits there onto the scout squad, forcing him back. Fired nothing. Ooh, looks like that guy managed to get out of the garrison at the last moment before he lost the entire squad. MG42 inside the garrison's getting some suppression done. Maxim and Zis gun, or AT gun. Two Zis guns are here. Trying to siege down this Panther Trump. Panther Trump's just balancing a lot of stuff. That may be a little bit overpowered, honestly. But it is a very strong... Well, the gun itself is not really that effective, is it? But it is very durable, to say the least. It should be probably more effective versus the various vehicles that may show up.
Steal our sector.
And yes, you can get to the next battle phase. It's I can't see the battle phase upgrades themselves. Now I've got another mortar barrage being called on
Now
in.
rush into the enemy line.
Raining on in, does take out the Maxim right there.
Orders! Panzerfünf, awaiting orders!
Does fire a shot there. The squad is... I'm not sure where that squad is going. Those got severely split up. Yeah, you can see the other three models are way up there. Got T-34. For the T-34 76 being deployed out for the Wehrmacht player, a captured T-34 76.
What do you need? Under attack!
The enemy is taking our territory.
Oh, we've got a grenade being thrown there. No, smoke grenade being thrown right there. I was wondering, that looks like friendly fire. Mortar barrage raining on in, trying to deal with the assist gun. He does avoid it.
Now this land belongs to the Soviets. We need something demolished.
And we've got some sort of reserve unit being deployed on out.
Emplacements is under attack.
Grenade was thrown. Relatively very effective. Apparently all troopers do have access to throw bundle grenades. Officer Grenadiers are trying to engage on Alex. He's got the forward retreat bunker there. And now we've got a fresh MG34 being
Our
deployed out as
soldiers
well.
are trained to advance rapidly.
But it's out of range, Theo. I'm not sure what he says is out of range. Oh, the bunker. He's hitting that out of Oh, it is out of range. How is that in range? I know when it comes to bunkers, the radius, it must be actually attached to the actual gun at the end of the barrel rather than the, that's the best way I can describe it. It may have been attached to the end of the barrel of where the range is rather than while the reticle's in the center. That's my best guess.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
But even then, that is stretching it to the limit because that's...
The enemy has broken our supply lines.
Actually, no, that's probably about right. There was there on the bunker, and that could be the edge of the range of the barrel. So I would recommend, in order to fix that, add a second weapon of a dummy reticle to map out the proper range, while the actual gun's range is actually not shown. That may be one way to fix it. Ooh, whatever that squad got annihilated. Probably all Struppen, based on the voice line that says got died. Maxim trying to charge on forward. Over here, we got the squads advancing forward, but of course the MG42 inside of the bunker, ripping everything that's advancing forward. Can't flank the Panther Drum if there's an MG that can target on 3 out of 4 directions as well. Looks like this Grenadier Squad has become the Panzer Crochet. Our Panther. I don't know why, that seems like a bit of a coping thing to say. Our Panther! Our Panther Drum is on combat. They say you get the crew of a Panther, right? Or fire the gun of a Panther. I can imagine this. You convince people to join the German military. They're like, you can get to fire the gun of a Panther. It just won't be on a Panther hull. It'll be on a Panther rock. Because this gun's still receiving quite a bit of fire. We also got the machine gun Gewehr here. I have trouble firing more bursts. It must take a long time to reload it. He's trying to deal with the officer. The officer could potentially call a mortar barrage by the time it got it actually firing again. It's actually just not... There it goes. Now it's firing. Barraging down the MG. And it does get it decrewed and actually fully destroyed. T-34 getting repaired on up. Another T-34 being upgraded. Rapid mobilizations. Reserves. And do we see? Yeah, we do actually see the Kampfkraft Center there.
Our infantry can now rush into the enemy line.
Good, it's there onto the T-34 76. Get a critical hit. Rolls a bounce on the T-34. And there's a demolition charge here deployed out by the Soviet player. If we go with the Wehrmacht player, the detonate me is gone. Does get the mortar barrage off there, even though he did take up the potential officer that could have been casting it. He upgraded with the armored skirts, but does go down before the armored skirts get completed. There you go. There's armored skirts.
We have lost a Panzer.
ISU 152 has been deployed on out. Nice smoke barrage there. Does get a nice stun grenade, however. Ooh, good hit there by the T-34. Throws out a grenade there. Satchel charge has been thrown. It could be very, very deadly. Gets out of the garrison. The Panther Drum stays alive, but everything else is quite wounded. Pioneers need to take time to repair that up. And this does get suppressed right there. So that's a bit of heavy cover in this region. Some sandbags, all of them quite damaged, however. It looks like the this unit is facing forward. The ICU may receive quite a bit of fire. Panther turret's not fully repaired. Receives a deadly hit there by the ICU-152, and there goes that AT gun. Annihilates the gun itself. Ooh, this thing must nuke weapon teams, doesn't it? Great hit there by the Panther drum. Engine crit damage there as well.
Guards troops ready for action.
He was trying to use this place to get away from the Panther drum. Panther drum probably does not have an angle on it. I think he's trying to hit the capture pack 40. I still just believe that Panther drum, the crew inside are just coping the fact that they're not in a real Panther. That's just my headcanon. Looks like that open blitz here being upgraded with the reinforce. More forward reinforced radius rather than the repair bunker there. It also is camouflage. Could go for the repair kit there to help repair some nearby stuff. Panther drum probably won't be repaired up. Good hit there onto the unit. And the pack and the T-34 could go down to the pack 40. Does lose that squad entirely, however. ISU still trying to crawl away poorly. All these forces are quite wounded. He needs his combat engineers repaired up. He only has the one, and it's suppressed and in combat. He's going for a Zis truck for the repair kits. Good hit there. The drum receiving quite a bit of fire right there. There are two AT guns now hitting us, still quite wounded. T-34 76 advancing. And we've got another combat engineer to be deployed out by the Soviet player. There is a Zis gun here. Gets a good hit there on the Zis gun. And does take out the T-34 76. A little bit thrown away there. Anti-guns firing some rounds there on the Panther drum. Got another T-34 76 on the build queue. There's also some ore off Strupen. Does the crew want the AT guns?
Our infantry can now rush into the enemy line.
Now, guys, this barrage raining on in. Getting some good hits there, suppressing. Calling out a smoke mortar barrage. Either 76 has been pulled out. Let's got some more support weapons being dropped on in. It looks like a MG34 and a PAC 40. Also does get suppressed there. Mortar smoke raining on in. Not sure from where though. It may have been from the Valentine. No, it wasn't. Not sure where actually that came on in. It sounded like it came from the Valentine, but the smoke mortar barrage ability. I don't see the ability down here, but that could be just because there's a lot of abilities. Ooh, holy crap. That nuked everything, even reached way over here. Panther drum looks like it does not have an angle on it. You may want to force fire the ground if you can. You may not be able to force fire the ground.
We have new units.
Not sure why he's not targeting. Oh wait, gunner killed. Doesn't show the crit there because it's not a vehicle. The gunner killed crit. Repaired a full. Repaired Prepare to restore full functionality. Is this gun firing against the Panther-Tron? Panther-Tron still has plenty of health remaining, but it's basically neutered. Oh! And everything around it is beyond neutered. Does roll a bounce there, or may roll a 10 there. MG forward, MG bunker has been pulled out. That's a bit farther forward. The other one has actually gone down. Was able to suppress this entire advance. Engineers do recover suppression there thanks to heavy cover, but they won't be able to do much versus the bunker. We need still more repairs on that bunker. I do see some smoke there. It's the mortar barrage. He is braving the mortar barrage.
Luftwaffe supply overflights are ready and await your command.
He's trying to repair it up now. And, ooh! Another deadly hit there. Motions a large amount of AoE splash damage, pinning down the forces as well. Needs some healed up right now. Meg's trying to get some work done. And it looks like some sort of blitz combat ability was utilized, making all of his infantry forces sprint. Could be it. Oh!
We are suffering losses.
Holy crap. The ISU-152. How does the ISU-152 have 0 kills? Okay, looks like it's a secondary explosion is actually doing most of that damage. It itself is not doing kills when it really is doing all the kills. Does have a lot of veterancy. Mostly, still says 0 kills, so I'm not exactly sure why it's not showing kills. But we can tell it's doing a lot of work. After I'm slowly being sieged down. MG bunker still blocking another sector, though it is under siege right now. Recon squad is doing a bit too much fire. And now we do got a Su-85 being put out, or should I say D-10. The smaller brother to a D-20 guy. Not smaller, younger brother. What was smaller brother? What the hell is it? Pack 43 being built, trying to protect his pack, Panther-Tron, which should be able to reach it wherever the ISU-152 was actually firing from. And you got the deadly mortar barrage. It takes out the truck, which is actually not that important. It was using for forward reinforcements. The MG bunker is receiving still a lot of fire. I want the Pack 43 in this mod has piercing shots as well.
Frontier building has been lost.
Pack 43 does find a hit there. Well, that was actually Pack 40, not Pack 43. Does get a great hit there. Pack 43 does not have piercing shots. It can't. He's scuttling the Panther-Tron. Is that self-destruct or scuttling? Refunds, yeah. Oh. Apparently you can cancel it.
I almost felt that. Heavy Panzer under attack.
I still believe the Panther-Tron's croaking. Especially the fact that it doesn't have a working gun anymore. And getting that thing repaired up to full health, that's going to take a long, long time. P-476 making its advance. Oh, it's 100, not 10. And there goes T-5476. Does only get abandoned. But this barrage could potentially take it out. Pack 43 does get spotted there. Not sure what was spotted earlier. Did not roll a pen there on the T-34-76. Let's go ahead and recruit it so it gets up its gun firing at least.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
This is how it ends. Here. What do you need?
I assume 152 has been repaired.
Fresh guards troops are standing by.
I don't know why I thought that was 166 yards.
We are awaiting orders.
Yes, comrade?
We've also got another mortar barrage right here. I'm not sure from which player, however.
Officer reporting.
It's actually from the smoke barrage from the Soviets. Drum is being healed up quite nicely, but still pretty far away from being fully healed. They went to the building repair ability. He really should have got the building repair ability. Replaces the regular repair ability. Well, it can only repair structures, wouldn't it? Huh. Guard squad getting ripped apart right there. A lot of MGs in this region. Does fly out another supply truck there, trying to camouflage as well. Does camouflage up. That looks like does get abandoned.
Losses upon us.
As a of course the heavy engine damage, just use the quicker engine repair ability.
Heavy panzer here. Panzer has been engaged by the enemy.
Oh, we got the Valentine now advancing forward, trying to deal with some of these base bunkers. And with the ISU-152, how effective? Okay, that takes out one hit. It's hard for me to tell of how much damage does actually to structures because the Panther Trump is very, very resilient, isn't it? Was it being upgraded with a, or being deploying out a Panzer IV-H?
AT gun here.
The Trump still firing away. Does get a gunner kill crit onto the MG bunker. And it's just going to start sieging down these structures. Okay, that can take out the HQ one hit. Holy crap. Yeah, let's just say this was very, very misleading and damage. Panzer IV-H needs to get a lot of work done. There's a Pack 40 here as well.
The foes are behind our lines.
Does receive a bounce there. Does take out that structure. Valentine will get its tracked. Valentine rolls some bounces there. Pack 40 rolls a bounce as well. We upgrade some other stuff. T-34, not T-34, Panzer IV. T-34-76 is pushing me forward. Conscripts going forward. They do have AT grenades. He's trying to perhaps go for an AT grenade. Infantry forces are not here to support as well. Got a flanking shot trying to overrun the ISU-152. Didn't get some great hits there. Trying to back up, trying to avoid the shot there. Panzer IV could use this as a line of sight blocker. T-34-76 gets another hit there. Panzer IV is almost down. Does fire another Panzerfaust there. Got the S-mines being thrown there. Got the AT rifle here. It does take out the ISU-152. Does take out the PTRS. Pack 40 is still in the region. He may just want to... and it goes down. There's no MG bunkers in the region, and the HQ is also down as well. He's going to need to take time to repair it up. and fight with one of the squads he has in the region. He's going for another T-34-76. Pioneers
Our base is under
throwing out some
attack.
bundle grenades. And that will hit the Pack 40, which could give him, oh, great stuns there as well. Which could allow, if he takes out the Pack 40, the captured Pack 40, there we go. Now the whatever tank he deploys out, holy crap, they're getting annihilated. They annihilate everything. I think the stun effect makes them very vulnerable, doesn't it? And the Soviet player has lost almost everything now. That was a big, potentially a big throw. Twice out that squad. You could take up time to deploy out a fresh bunker here in order to make sure this gap is not exploited. Because now his bunker is charged for in that sector a lot of multiple times. He does have quite a bit of manpower as well as fuel. Maybe getting out some various tanks would help out. Going for another ISU-152. Okay, that's what he's going for. Not sure we can deploy out from Think of V Battalion.
One of our AT guns has been neutralized.
What do you need?
AT gun is getting overran. And it looks like the T-36 is going to take time to hit the bunker, actually. Pioneer is going to be coming over forward to protect his HQ. Throws out a bundle grenade, does receive a grenade as well. Whoa! How? What? That was nowhere near. Am I crazy? What type of grenades are they throwing? Just looks like bundle grenades. T-34-76 making its way forward in his opponent's base. We do have Panzer Force still back here. Could use it to push forward as well, or he's just keeping it in reserve. Oh! Apparently you can garrison that. And there's 2 garrison slots. Interesting. No additional spots, not on the inside either. I know that the HQ here has 1 garrison spot on the steps as well. I did not know this had 2 garrison spots. Interesting. Now I wonder if any other structures have garrison spots. There goes the T-34-76.
God's troops ready for action.
Let's go up on a grenade. That didn't do any damage. And that assault gun did some great work there.
Look what they did. Incoming fire. Man down.
Of course, it is the SU-100 was more of a high explosive assault gun. I was using the SU-85 as a placeholder, of course.
The enemy is attacking our
Let's take out that forward truck. You're trying to use it forward reinforcements. There's also some AT guns he potentially could have grabbed. But there is some line of sight. The line of sight blocker here was destroyed, allowing the assault gun to get a good hit onto it.
engineers ready for assignment.
It looks like I have some fresh comm engineers. Since he has his HQ destroyed, he's able to pull out 2 comm engineers for, I think, relatively cheap. And we've got the 2 pioneers still here as well. He has repaired up his own HQ. He does have 1 level of veterancy on his support weapons. Does roll a miss there. He has to use high explosive rounds in order to engage these forces. Speaking of which, that's a high explosive round. Very, very high explosive round. Demolition charge is still there. This is an annihilation game, so they have to destroy your opponent's base. The Wehrmacht player has rebuilt his base. He has tier 4 upgrade as well. He can bring out a elephant, Panzerjäger Tiger Ferdinand, which that may be a more technical term. Though it uses the Porsche Tiger. Oh, yeah, the P. The... I'm guessing that means for
Enemies
Porsche.
firing on our HQ.
Got some guards, riflemen. Now here comes the assault guns. The Panzer IV can charge forward, but it will be outnumbered. Maybe he should deploy a defensive Panzer, though that's probably going to be an expensive investment. He's saving up his resources. He's definitely saving up for the Tiger tank, and does lose the Panzer forward. That's something you don't want to lose at this point in time. Got some LMG 34s, or no, those Panzer Clichés. Does he got the AT gun again? The Panzer Clichés will have been trouble versus the ISU.
Allowed the enemy to destroy our base.
You allow the enemy to destroy our base. That's a voice line I don't think I've ever heard before. There's a lot of voice lines I'm not hearing before because this mod makes the game much different. That's gonna be dead in 3, 2, 1, fire. Or does it that? The tier 1 barracks did absorb that shot. And here comes the elephant. Pioneer's gonna charge on forward. Does get a Panzerfaust there. I forgot Panzerfausts are very, very deadly. And that's the higher yield Panzerfaust as well. And it's fully immobilized. Don't stand in front of it. Oh god. I was gonna say, it's immobilized. You don't have to stand in front of it, and he lost a lot of men there. He still has the sector quite locked down with various forces, has the Panther repaired up as well. Another structure does go down, but this one's still up. He will get the Ferdinand Tank Destroyer, or the Elephant. Same difference, really. He's trying to repair it up. It now has some combat engineers here for that. Good damage there. The ISU-152 has been repaired on up. The Ferdinand's almost deployed out. That's going to be a deadly hit here, however. Yep. Good hit. Even setting some of these trees on fire.
Have command of an elephant tank destroyer.
And here comes. Need a moving forward. Pack 40 being recruited. He sees the elephant. Line of sight blocker right here.
Attack.
And it looks like he's not getting hits there. He's trying to avoid the AT grenade. It rolled a bounce. The Elephant Tank Destroyer does need some support. We've got the ISU or ISU 100 right here. Trying to go for a supporting T-34.
We must defend our headquarters.
And it does get itself revealed. And there goes the SU-100. One-shotted by the Elephant. It has been upgraded with those take out the truck there as well. I'm trying to look. They got the it looks like some sort of MG upgrade. Don't see it, but I think they just allowed the hull mounted MG. Fire shot there. These forces are suppressing pin. He doesn't have the HQ here still. Now here comes the T-34.
Our opponents are seizing a sector.
Trying to get a shot onto the Pack 40, trying to displace it. And does decrew the Pack 40 right there. The Panther turns into this area. Apparently, Austroopers are going to be poured out from garrisons. They're elite infiltration Austroopers.
Are behind our lines.
They gained some great hits there on the infantry forces. The infantry cannot hold this contained. He still has the ISU-152 alive, but the Elephant will provide a huge problem. You have a supply truck here, as well as a fresh Zis gun. Goes out such charge, which will do a severe amount of damage to the Pantotron. Like I said, he's still coping the fact that he's not actually a heavy panzer. Trying to push forward to these medics. These medics are very needed for these forests. He has a lot of MGs that can help lock down the sectors. You may want to keep one over here just to prevent this area from being overrun. Trying to grab HQ back at home as well. An elephant and the T-34 now making advance.
Taking our territory.
Does recruit these AT guns with sappers or pioneers or engineers. Blah. Engine 34 getting some good damage there. Does throw a grenade. Gets some good damage there. Does get fully decrewed. T-34-76 now advancing forward. Oh, what icon is that right there? Not. Oh, that's just probably a decal. A player decal. These forces are receiving quite a bit of fire right now. And also got now the elephant now advancing forward. This have access to a heat round as well as a armor piercing round. Heat round loading on up, trying to annihilate these forces. Let's see how effective versus. Oh, rolls a complete whiff. Combat engineers getting ripped apart by the MGs, just pushing forward. These AT guns, once they get decrewed, the T-34 should be able to get some great work done. They're currently pinned, they're slowly crawling forward, so they're not firing because the crew members are actually not really there. You see these guys are slowly crawling forward, trying to recruit the gun itself.
One of our machine guns has been silenced.
Oh, and nice. He's actually going for a base trade, a base race. Pioneer's charging forward. He's trying to. Oh, throws us demolition charge there. First T-34. No, that's just a grenade. And 3, 2, 1, annihilated. Oh, and the does stay alive, which allows him to fly out another T-34. Though he doesn't have to be worried about this AT grenade here. He could potentially get a great crush there. Getting some great crushes there, knocking him around. He may not be. He's unable to throw it because he's not in the active battlefield. He literally pushed him off the map to prevent him from throwing an AT grenade, whether it be on purpose or not. Pioneers are still alive. He's great hits there, and the AT grenade does connect, taking out the T-34-76. He crashed actually Garrison himself. Does lose ISU 1 for 2. One fall back with that conscript now. Rolling some pounds there. The Phantom Mount's getting some great hits. And it looks like he's lining up on the T-34-76 now. Takes up T-34-76. Pioneers being reinforced. Throws out a grenade right there. He's down just to 2 structures remaining. Throws out another demolition charge. And we do have also the T-34-76 here sieging down these structures slowly. He's relying on demolition charges to deal with these structures here. He does have 2 structures remaining. That's why he's keeping this conscript around. Just throw out various other abilities. Pioneers coming on forward, trying to get some done. Throws out grenades there, unsuccessful. Molotovs trying to do some damage there, unsuccessful as well. And there's another demolition charge. Nope, just a frag grenade. T-34-76 getting some good hits on in. He is pretty high on resources. He should just throw anything there. Pioneer's getting some good work on in. Does have an MG-34 here as well. Trying to reinforce the Pioneer. Needs to get closer to the here at. No, he is close enough. Just needs to actually reinforce it. It does actually hold off the Soviet advance. The Soviet player is just down to a supply truck, which is right there. I think the Soviet player is actually backed out of the game, basically. And he's going to say GG. A very good game deployed out by both players. I'm going to just fast forward. Nope, you need to kill the Kampfkraft Center. Yep. Well, either way, this is Andgrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. And that's actually my last, nothing about actually my last replay for the night. One I can actually cast. So I'm going to call it a little bit early with the stream. Everyone, have a good night, have a good evening,